The team behind Cardano is made up of a decentralized community of smart leaders, engineers, and scientists that have come together for the sake of bringing about constructive change on a worldwide scale. This classy group of individuals does not want to give up on Cardano. The ADA coin price is looking excellent in September despite the headwinds thanks to their joint efforts, but what price will it reach? The majority of the seemingly random queries concerning cryptocurrencies are linked with the desire of investors to gain a thorough understanding of the sector. A cryptocurrency's value is determined by one of them. The technology underlying cryptocurrencies frequently plays a significant role. Although censorship is quite difficult to impose on decentralized currencies, it is practically hard to just shut them down. With a focus on technology, Cardano appears to be in the lead. Cardano is a blockchain platform that enables developers to create safe and scalable applications that are powered by ADA, the platform's native coin. Cardano connects to several payment systems and combines cutting-edge technologies to offer unmatched security and sustainability. It has a reputation for being a good catch and was built on the groundbreaking Orbro proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. However, if there is a restriction from a higher authority, the technology can be viewed as frivolous. Investors were nonetheless concerned about the recession risk, especially following remarks made by Federal Reserve President James Bullard regarding another significant interest rate increase in September. If central banks maintain their aggressive behavior, this might cause the world economy to enter a recession. And under those circumstances, Cardano ADA and other cryptocurrencies can have serious difficulties and fall even farther. All eyes seem to be on developments in the global macroeconomy and how growth and inflation will affect the value of cryptocurrencies. VESL, a hard fork planned for Cardano, is expected to boost the network and price soar to all-time highs. In spite of expectations that inflation has peaked and growing concerns about a recession, inflation eased to a level that was around a 4-decade high last month, prompting Fed fund futures to narrowly switch their pricing to a 50 basis point hike in September after 75 basis point moves in June and July. However, Fed Chair Powell may have the final say. Additionally, most economists in the August 16th to 19th poll projected a similar half-point increase in September, which would raise the benchmark interest rate from 2.75% to 3%. Prior to this, Fed Chair Jerome Powell stated that it will probably be necessary to limit the rate of hikes as monetary policy tightens further. This declaration was made in order to give decision-makers some time to assess how the economy is being impacted by increasing borrowing costs. James Bullard, president of the St. Louis Fed, who was one of the first supporters of the central bank last year, stated that he is currently inclined to favor a third consecutive 75-point basis interest hike in September given the strength of the economy. I fail to understand why you would wish to delay interest rate rises until the following year. According to him, the Fed's benchmark overnight interest rates should be in the region of 3.75 and 4% by the end of the year, the Wall Street Journal said. The employment numbers, which have shown rapid growth in recent months, would determine the precise rate. This suggests that a split between those who want to raise rates rapidly and those who are more cautious due to potential harm to the job market and the prospect of an increase in the U.S. unemployment rate will be evident in the Fed's official remarks. Things could grow worse with this development, especially for the markets. In a more direct warning than in the past, Powell said that the Fed's prolonged tightening of credit will hurt many families and businesses because its higher rates would slow the economy and possibly result in job losses. These are the regrettable consequences of lowering inflation. In a prior high-profile address at Jackson Hole, he stated that failing to restore price stability will result in much worse suffering. Investors had hoped for an indication that the Fed could scale back its planned rises in U.S. interest rates this year. Stocks fell after Powell's speech as investors worried about the possibility of higher borrowing prices sticking around for a while, even if the Fed chair suggested that additional signals of inflation softening might not be imminent. Additionally, cryptocurrencies were not exempt. The world's largest cryptocurrency fell 4% in a single day last summer, disrupting the crypto market's otherwise uneventful week. All of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market size reported a net loss, with the exception of Cardano ADA, which is anticipating a hard fork later this month. Supporters of Ethereum have great expectations for the forthcoming merge event, which will assist to boost Ethereum. In terms of the adoption or regulation of cryptocurrencies, the previous week's news was relatively quiet. Well, after 8 years of waiting, the theory may have just come to light. Picard Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, believes that Donald's vessel hard fork is a great plus. September will see the launch of the ship hard fork. He stated that once the top 3 cryptocurrency exchanges out of the top 5 have improved their systems, it will be difficult to set a timetable before the other exchanges sense the need to upgrade and begin doing so. If you don't push them a little, it's incredibly difficult to get them to do that. Though we haven't yet crossed the finish line, everything appears to be in good shape. He spoke. Long anticipated, the vessel hard fork appears to be Cardano's trump card. Cardano and Ethereum have good opportunities in September. But in a way, it's still depressing. Following the statement of Fed Chair Jerome Powell, cryptocurrency prices started to fall again quickly. It will take some time until values stabilize. In order to properly balance supply and demand, it is necessary to use force. In order to lower inflation, prolonged growth below trend will likely be necessary. He spoke. The cryptocurrency market suffered as a result of Pauline's comments. The price of Ethereum dropped by more than 7% and that of Bitcoin by around 4% within a few hours of his remarks. Other cryptos also fell, with the Nance coin falling 5% and the slanted dip falling almost 7%. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies may be used as a hedge against inflation in the digital age, according to some cryptocurrency investors. However, the market does not now appear to view these extremely volatile assets as a trustworthy store of wealth during times of economic uncertainty, according to price action and cryptocurrency prices. Cryptocurrencies have started to move in lockstep with larger markets as institutional and ordinary investors grow increasingly interested in them as investment vehicles. This is true despite the fact that cryptocurrencies are often a riskier asset type. However, investors are now looking for safer alternatives to protect themselves from the damaging effects of the Fed's monetary tightening, and guess what? They're not looking in the Bitcoin market. In addition, early adopters of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and other cryptocurrencies have profited handsomely, but the cryptocurrency market has a lengthy history of tremendous volatility, which is not what investors are looking for, as well as ambiguous market circumstances. All of his gains from August were lost when the price of Bitcoin sank to under $20,000, deepening a 70% decline from its all-time high. Cardano and other well-known cryptocurrencies may now be in for a rocky September due to a potential black swan incident. Another Fed interest rate hike and the vessel hard fork in Ethereum are exerting additional pressure on the fragile cryptocurrency market. Uncertainty in the market is being brought on by Ethereum's impending product upgrade, which is planned for mid-September and intended to be the network's successful transition from energy-intensive proof of work to the more environmentally friendly proof of stake that is also expected to reduce fees and improve transaction times. In anticipation of the Ethereum merger, market participants were optimistic at the beginning of the month. However, as August draws to a close, all indexes have fallen, and IR Asian vice president at the cryptocurrency exchange Luno noted in an email that Ethereum has underperformed in comparison to all other major cryptocurrencies. Considering this month in advance. When the next hard fork takes place, everything that has been predicted about it will come to pass, which makes the majority of analysts and market observers gloomy about Cardano and other cryptocurrencies. Cardano then has the opportunity to become known as a safe sanctuary for all. Investors are becoming anxious, and the Fed's next actions appear depressing. It's time for Cardano to improve his game and offer something fresh and novel. But what do you think about this? Please share them with us in the section below. In the following video, we'll see you. Check out our other films to see how Cardano is fulfilling its potential as the Ethereum killer in the meantime. Be careful to always click the subscribe and notification buttons.